Perhaps the most amazing thing about Indiana's victory over Northwestern was that they did it without the contributions of quarterback Kellen Lewis and many other injured Hoosiers. Casey Richards and Katie Spencer bring us more.
Coming off their worst loss of the season, the Hoosiers rebounded with one of their best games in a much-needed 21-19 homecoming victory over 22nd-ranked Northwestern.
We had no passion, and we wasn't playing together as a team. And Coach stressed that to us in every meeting we had during the week, and that's what we did. We came out and played together, and we had a passion for the game.
It restores confidence, and that's definitely something we needed, and we want to continue to bring it through the rest of the season. You can do so much with confidence. You can play your best games with a lot of confidence, and if we continue to play confident, practice confident, and go through every game, I think we'll be all right.
I don't want to say this is who we could have been and should have been, because we weren't that team. And it doesn't matter what you can be or you should be, it matters what you are. And we played good today.
Now things look like they're going to be the same old for the Hoosiers as they were down 3-0 and about to punt for their second time when punter Chris Hagerup fielded a bad snap and took it up the middle for a gain of 17 yards, which set up Indiana's first touchdown.
Just a little bit of a high snap, and I knew they were going to come up the middle, one of those punt blocks. It happened to be that one. It just timed up pretty good. A lot of times they'll try to have me get the punt off, and that time it just wasn't going to work out, so it just happened to be a good thing from a bad thing.
A key component missing during the Hoosiers' 5-game losing streak was the inability to win the turnover battle. Indiana hadn't recorded an interception since the second game of the season, but safety Austin Thomas picked off Wildcat QB CJ Bechet twice, while the Hoosier defense created 5 turnovers overall.
It's going to be the difference. It's such a critical part of the game of football, and he's a good football player. He's good tackler, but obviously made 2 great plays in the passing game today as well.
Today was a big day. He stopped, getting interception, stopped from getting field goals, and it's a game of inches, a game of a couple points. Everything was big, and he did a great job.
Now Thomas left the game with an apparent knee injury after making his second interception. No word yet on his status, but the Hoosiers will hope for the best as they have already dealt with multiple injuries this season. Reporting from Memorial Stadium, I'm Casey Richards, Hoosier Sports Night.
Chapel's best plays happened in the first quarter with a 43-yard pass to DeMarlo Belcher, putting the Hoosiers up 7-3, giving them hope on homecoming.
It was a big game for Ben. I mean, he came out, he led us. It all starts with the quarterback. He had some good shoes to fill up, Kellen Lewis, and he played his role good.
Chapel's biggest play, however, didn't happen on the turf, but rather in the locker room, where he addressed his team before the game, telling them that he trusted them.
He was saying, I trust you, Pete. Trust you, Mike. Trust all you guys. I have faith in you that you're going to go out there and do what you're going to do. I believe in you, believe in me, and we'll go out there and do this thing together.
I wish I was there. I'd take notes and use it myself sometime. Yeah, I just think that Ben is, taking on leadership.
Chapel's role in this game was a huge turning point in a 5-game losing streak, as well as the emergence of a much-needed leader.
Oh man, he's a great athlete, great player, and today he stepped up. And these are things he does, But I mean, I don't know exactly too much what goes around in the backfield, but I think these are going to be plays that he's going to continue to make for us.
Played last week, and he knew that it was unlikely that Kellen was going to be able to play. And he knew it was his role, and he stepped up and did it.
He is a leader. He just really showed it today. He's always had the respect of us that a leader has naturally. He's a natural leader, and I think he did a really good job today vocalizing that.
From Memorial Stadium, I'm Katie Spencer, Hoosier Sports Night.
Offense and defense should be jealous of special teams. You never hear anyone call the offense special offense or the defense special defense. Courtney Cronin has a special report on those very special teams.
For most IU fans, the excitement of each win can be relayed to the play of the receiving corps. On Saturday's win against Northwestern, freshman receivers DeMarlo Belcher and Tandon Doss had a combined 14 receptions for 189 yards.
All our receivers are good, and it's hard splitting our time. So we just switch every possession. So I mean, I took advantage of my chances. Tandon Doss took advantage of his chances, and we all did good. So look forward to be doing a rotation for like the next couple of weeks.
I got to give Dawson and Belcher a lot of credit. They're young guys, and there were a few times they caught the balls and they kind of had them stood up and trying to strip them, but they did a great job of holding on to it.
The Hoosiers have finally found out that it takes an offense, defense, and special teams to cover all sides of the ball.
I think we did everything right. We all played together. You know, that's one thing that's been missing from the last couple of weeks. We had no passion, and we wasn't playing together as a team.
And a big reason the Hoosiers won on Saturday was due to the much overlooked special teams.
Field position is so critical in football, and nothing changes field position like the kicking game. And, you know, we talked about Hagerup had a heads-up play. Marcus had good returns. We had one punt down to inside the 5, didn't we? Our punt return team, you know, they have a tricky kind of punt, really, because they have that spread punt. But we handled it.
The past I've been kicking some into the end zone, and those are kind of my full-out kicks, and I know during the week I focus a lot on getting those pooch punts to drop inside, and fortunately I was able to have 2 of those today, and I just took a little bit more off so they wouldn't go into the end zone.
With the need to win at least 3 of their next 4 games in order to become bowl eligible, the Cream and Crimson will continue to look to their special teams to help carry them through games to victories.
We get 2 more opportunities to defend the rock, and it's back-to-back. And obviously the win was here, and we have a lot of confidence now back restored at home, and we have to take that these next 2 weeks and then continue it on the road.
At Memorial Stadium, I'm Courtney Cronin, Hoosier Sports Night.
Coach Crean and the Hoosiers gave fans another look at what the season might hold for the new team. A Cream and Crimson scrimmage was held on Saturday after the football game with hopes of getting everyone into spirit for another basketball season. Ronan O'Shea and Courtney Cronin hit the hardwood for the scoop.
Tom Crean is not used to working alongside a football coach. After all, he spent his last 9 years at Marquette, a school which does not feature a football program. But after Indiana's 21-19 homecoming win over Northwestern, Crean was more than happy for head coach Bill Lynch.
That was awesome. It was really fun to watch the players come over for the fight song and watch Bill Lynch in the closing seconds, you know, when they started to take a knee at the end, hugging his coaches and his players. You know, I hope they really enjoy that win. I'm sure there's some relief when you win like that, but at the same time, they earned it against a very, very good football team. You know, and that's a great sign. I mean, you go back to the Michigan State game, a couple different things. Not only that 99-yard play or 97-yard play, whatever it was, a couple different things go right in that game. It's an entirely different game. You know, they needed momentum today. They got it. They got it back a few times, and they were able to hold on to it. It was awesome.
At Assembly Hall, I'm Ronan O'Shea, Hoosier Sports Night.
In their first full scrimmage of the season, the IU men's basketball team had a combined 35 turnovers, a missed dunk, and struggled coming out of timeouts. Regardless, the Cream and Crimson squads are using these public practice experiences to get ready for the regular season.
For our first time in a public-style setting outside of the 12 minutes last week in Hoosier Hysteria, I thought there were a lot of good things. You know, obviously too many turnovers, but we haven't scrimmaged for 40 minutes in practice, let alone come out and try to scrimmage 40 minutes in a game. So I didn't expect it to be great.
Despite the physical tire that the players experienced in Saturday's scrimmage, it's the mental fatigue that the coaching staff believes the players really need to work on.
There are 3 fights every day: public perception, division from within, fatigue, mental fatigue. Mental fatigue right now is by far our biggest opponent, and we've got to try to work through that. You know, and I mean, I'm not disappointed or discouraged. It's just part of it, but we've got to get better with it all the time.
With a new workout schedule added to the players' daily lives, the team is learning to adjust to the toughness being asked of them in order to get through the 40 minutes of every game.
They're tired right now. I mean, they're tired all the time because, you know, we're pushing them. We started our individual workouts on Thursday. We did that Thursday and Friday. We had practices Thursday, Friday. Yesterday we went almost 3 hours in the afternoon. We were in here this morning. You know, but we want it to be that way. We want to fatigue them and have them try to learn to play through that right now.
And with only a few weeks left until their November 15th season opener against Northwestern State, the Hoosiers look to continue to up their practice level in order to be ready for game day. Reporting from Assembly Hall, I'm Courtney Cronin, Hoosier Sports Night.
The men's soccer team looked to continue their resurgence against Louisville and Ohio State. We have full coverage.
IU women's soccer team had a busy weekend playing both Michigan State and the University of Michigan. Stay tuned to find out how the Hoosiers fared against the Great Lakes State, coming up on Hoosier Sports Night.